In front of me, I have, and I wish I was joking, 42 different watches. This is my watch collection, and I've got to admit, it's got a little bit out of hand, and I've decided that I'm going to sell about 80% of my collection. But I thought, before I sell it, let's do a state of the collection video and show you everything I've got here. Now, in January this year, I made a video saying that I was going to restart my watch collection, because at the time, I had a nice little 8-slot collection that I was really happy with. But the only thing that ended up happening is the brakes completely came off, and this monstrosity occurred. If you're interested in buying any of these watches from me, I'll leave my Instagram linked below. Shoot me a message over there, I'll do you a good deal on these watches. I'm pretty much going to sell all of these for below market value. As you could imagine, this video took a long time to make, so if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. So there's really a bit of everything here. Swiss, Japanese, German, but mostly micro brands and independents. I'm going to go through each watch one by one and tell you what I like about it and whether I'm keeping it. Sounds good? Let's do it. My beloved Tag Heuer. I've had an absolute blast with this watch. It's been all over the world with me. Not for everyone because of the two-tone, I can appreciate that, but I love this little thing. So comfortable to wear, super thin, and looks $1,000,000 on wrist. It's time to move this one on, unfortunately, but I've enjoyed my time with it. I fell in love with this watch the moment I got hands on with it for the first time. The Benjamin James Scara 4, a brand that promises classical dimensions and absolutely delivers it. Not only does this watch fit the wrist like a glove, but the design here is special. I'm more than likely keeping this one, but numbers are tight, so we'll see. The newest watch to my collection. I just had to get this one after reviewing it last year. I've never really had a true Gada watch. Truth be told, none of them really appealed to me that much, but this one hit the spot. You get that gorgeous sweeping case and a beautiful orange dial. I've only just bought this one is a keeper for sure. Another Gada, this time from Erebus with the Ascent. Certainly a better value proposition than the Bowcroft, but I think the Element has that X factor. The aventurine dial on this one is awesome, don't get me wrong, and I do like the proportions of the piece, but now that I have the Element, this one is on the chopping block for sure. I got this one from a friend who got it from a friend. It's a neo-vintage Porsche design chronograph. It needs a bit of work doing to it. The crown is a bit too long and the date changes over at a random time, so this one is going in for a service very soon. I'll likely keep it once it's back from the service just because I think it's a cool watch. I've never really gelled with GMTs. I don't know what it is, I just don't find myself reaching for them over my other less complicated watches. But this Wise GMT is top tier. Genuinely, there's very little you can fault on it, but I can't see this one getting much wear, so it'll likely be going up for sale. The legendary Orient Komatsu. I was deeply in love with this watch at one point, but it just doesn't get much wear anymore. I've absolutely beaten it to death, the clasp is scratched to hell, but that's how it should be. What a gorgeous red dial this one has, but all good things come to an end. Time to go to someone who will enjoy it and actually wear it. Just look at that colour combination. Gold and green has to be one of the best colour combinations in watchmaking. This is the Stratton Special Automatic featuring the Valjoux 7750. So this is a serious chronograph too. I even bought the gold bracelet for this one to bling it out to the max. Unfortunately, it's just not getting much wrist time, especially with my other chronographs. This one will be going. The big dog, the Seamaster. Straight off the bat, this one ain't going anywhere. I've had this one for about 18 months now, and I still adore it. It's a bit unfair because since getting this one, I've barely even looked at another diver, but that's how you know it's true love. Now, something you've never seen before, a vintage Zenith Espada. This is a little quartz piece that has both sporty and dressy elements. I picked it up for a bit of fun because it's a bit unusual. However, I've only worn it about 4 times. Time to say bye to this little Zenith. I don't own many AliExpress watches, but here's one for you. It's the Bouldery Admiral with the red dial. Titanium case, automatic sapphire for just over £100. Only problem is, I haven't worn it since I reviewed it. That's the usual story with AliExpress watches, so this one will be going. One of the most underrated watch brands, Frederic Constant. These watches are criminally undervalued on the secondary market. You can find them for an absolute bargain. This one is super slim, super classy, and a great overall dress watch. I might keep this one, I do occasionally wear it, we'll see. One of the coolest vintage watches I've ever found, this awesome little Timex calendar moonphase piece. No idea on the reference or when it even came out. All I know is that Timex should still make this thing because it is bloody brilliant. Haven't worn it, no point keeping it, so it will be up for sale. And I think this one's gonna go fast, so send me a message if you're interested. My most worn watch in 2024, the Bowcroft Seeker Teal. This is a gem of a dress watch. I adore pretty much everything about it. It gets a ton of wrist time, it ain't going anywhere. My first proper Flieger, the Laco Aachen. I had tried the larger version of this at one point in the past, but the 39mm was a better fit for me. This blue dial is awesome. Tons of life and super dynamic, but I just don't find myself wearing military watches. Couldn't tell you why. This one is going. My first ever Swiss mechanical watch. I got this for an absolute bargain from Joma Shop about 4 years ago now. I paid about £150 for it, brand new. Genuinely a pretty good choice considering I hadn't developed much of a taste in watches yet, but I just don't wear it. And I'm honestly not that sentimental about things. I wish I was, but I'm not. So Tissot, see you later. A very cool watch, something you don't see often, a mechanical calendar from a micro brand. This one uses a Miyota 9000 movement, and it's a pretty cool piece. This one is really good value for what's on offer, but again, I've just not worn it since I reviewed it, so it's on the chopping block. One that I reviewed recently, the Venezianico Neride Bronzo. An absolutely beautiful piece. Genuinely one of the best looking divers I've ever seen, but I just don't have a place for it in my new smaller collection. This one will be off to a new home. Another piece you've never seen, I've got this gorgeous little vintage Doxa dress piece. Manual wind, acrylic crystal, just a little gem. Serviced just last year, so it's running exceptionally well, basically brand new, but I've genuinely not worn it even once, and I've had it for about 6 months now. This one deserves to be worn. Unfortunately, it just won't be by me. This proves that you don't need expensive watches to have a good time. One of the cheapest watches in my collection, and one of my favourites, the Rue TPS, is a keeper. An incredible use of colour, an awesome yellow rubber strap, and it looks $1,000,000 on the wrist. Another bronze diver, this time from a British micro brand, the Monroe Ocean Adventure. The colour combination here is just brilliant. The sapphire crystal almost touches the sky because of the insane dome. I do need some bronze in the collection, so this one will be staying. This one is a little hidden gem Casio that doesn't get much love. It's the MQ27. It's like a Casio F91W and a Cartier tank had a baby. I'm never ever going to wear this one. I'd much prefer the F91W, but I'm sure someone will. It's not really worth my time selling because it's only worth about 20 quid, but I'll stick it up for sale anyway. The first of 3 watches that I built myself. This one is a Pepsi inspired diver with a semi-skeletonized dial. It's quirky, weird, and maybe even a bit ugly, I'll give you that, but I made it so I think it's cool. Top spec, not missing a beat, but I just haven't worn it once. It was a lot of fun to build, but hopefully someone will buy this and enjoy my creation. Another chronograph, this time military inspired. And again, I just don't find myself wearing military watches. This Prasidus is very good looking, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather wear my Rue over it. This one is a bargain by the way, and I'll be selling it cheap. And this is another chronograph that gets the majority of wrist time. I absolutely adore my Studio Underdog Goofy Panda. Couldn't tell you why, it isn't anything special, but it just puts a smile on my chops every time I wear it. This one is staying in the collection for sure. I bought this one because I'm a massive fan of Mr. TGV and wanted to show my support. Loved it at first, but just not wearing it anymore. It's a brilliant field watch, nice and thin, epic lume, but that military watch curse strikes again. A lot of my friends want to buy this one, so it might not even make it to eBay, but I'll be letting it go. The only Seiko in my collection, the SRPG 63, a true hidden gem Seiko 5. I think it's got one of the best looking dials you'll find on any big brand watch. It wouldn't look out of place on a Grand Seiko. But another one that I just don't wear anymore. I think I want to buy a Seiko Alpinist, so I'll be moving this one on and looking at replacing it. Another AliExpress watch. I bought this one in a sale not too long back. Obviously, it's a Hamilton khaki copy. Good value for money, don't get me wrong, but I literally took the stickers off to record this video, and I've had it for about 4 or 5 months now. Another one that's that cheap, it's not really worth me selling, but I'll stick it up for a few quid so someone can enjoy it. Something very different in my collection, the Tissot Siderel. This one features a carbon case, which you don't see often, especially with big brands, and it has a 300 meter water resistance rating. Genuinely a brilliant watch, but slightly overpriced in my opinion, at retail anyway. This one was a quick fling that I needed to get out of my system, and it's time to move it on. I wish I'd have bought 100 of these last year because I'd probably be a millionaire. I bought this Casio W86 for around £15 brand new, and now they sell for about 80. What the hell is going on? It's a brilliant little Casio, don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be selling for that much. While it's still in excellent condition, I'm cashing out, I'm going to take the profit. Another absolutely gorgeous watch from Venezianico. This one features an engraved case that just looks so sexy. The only problem is, it's massive. And also, what's the point of a diver's bezel if you can't even use it to time things? I appreciate the beauty on this one, but the functionality is non-existent. This one will be going. Another custom watch that I built myself, this time not so crazy. This was my attempt at building a titanium pilot's watch. I used an unusual dial design, and it turned out quite nice, I think. Sapphire NH38 titanium 100 meters. It's a brilliant little watch, but I'm going to sell it and hopefully someone can enjoy it. One of the newer watches to the collection, I finally gave Timex another shot of redemption and picked up this GMT. Sporty, nice case silhouette, and a cool GMT feature. I plan on reviewing this one next week, so subscribe if you want to see that. I'll give you my opinion on this one in the review. A super new watch to the collection, I only reviewed this a few weeks back. It's the Zelos Artemis. It always amazes me just how good Zelos are. They really do make other watch brands look a bit silly with what they do. Not sure whether I'm keeping this one yet. I do like it, but the collection is tight. One of the more exclusive watches in my collection, the Fears X Studio Underdog Gimlet. I managed to get one of these in person at the British Watchmakers Day. This really is an excellent collaboration watch, and the dial is magnificent. I just don't find myself wearing it, and the profit on this one is too tempting to pass up on. Time to move it on. Another Erebus, this time the 41mm Origin. It's really impressive what Jody has managed to jam into the package here, in terms of spec anyway, but as mentioned, my Omega is the only tool diver that I need, and my Bowcroft Element already has the orange covered, so this one will be going. I was and still am incredibly impressed with just how good this watch is. Not only with the design, which is brilliant, but the finishing on this watch is just superb. I've said it before, Venezianico knows how to make a good looking piece, and this for sure is one of their best. But again, just haven't worn it. One wrist, not enough time. My baby blue Casio F91W, another watch that I simply adore. This was a gift from my mum for my birthday. I love this watch, I wear it often, and it will be in my collection forever. I take this on almost every single trip away with me, especially in the summer because it's a brilliant little summer watch. The first custom watch that I built, the Skeleton. What an absolute mess this build was. I tried my hardest, but just couldn't get that bloody seconds hand on the pinion. I will sell this one eventually, but I'm going to sort it out first. New dial, new hands, new strap. Then I'll let somebody else enjoy it. Something a bit different, this is the Mr. Jones Sun and Moon. And as usual with Mr. Jones, it's a bit wacky and wonderful. Telling the time is a pain in the ass, but it's a good looking thing. I just wish Mr. Jones would use a different case because I'm not a fan of the thin lugs. So bye bye Mr. Sun and Moon. Another new watch to the collection, I just had to pick up the RZE UTD 8000. I've never gotten along with G-Shocks, I've never enjoyed how they wore, but this one is perfect. It delivers that tough G-Shock package but with much better specs, and it's comfier to wear. This one is new, so yes, it's a keeper. Another gorgeous Italian stallion, and another bronze one actually. This one is the Redentore Bronzo, so Venezianico's everyday H. Moser style watch. My Ota 9000 in this one, so it's nice and thin, gorgeous looking dial, beautiful bronze case. The only problem is, where are the indexes? If this had indexes, I'd 100% keep it, but it hasn't, so it's going to a new home. So around 30 of these watches are going up for sale. That means that the collection is going to go down to about 12. That's an okay number. It's certainly a good start. My plan from here on out is to reduce the collection even more and then bring in some new pieces along the way. I want to just enjoy the watches that I've got rather than worrying about what's next. I know that's extremely hard to do and you probably feel the same, but I'm at least going to try and do that. Again, if any of these watches are of interest to you, you can shoot me a message on Instagram or you can email me if that's easier. If you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like rating. I really appreciate it. Or even better, hit the subscribe button. And why not check out my last state of the collection video before this mess happened. Go and check it out. I'll see you over there. Bye for now, guys.